Dangote Cement Series 4 and 5 commercial paper worth 50 billion naira, which was offered for sale on Monday, January the 30th, closed on Thursday as a debt instrument is being offered for sale under the company's 150 billion commercial paper issuance program, according to the offer document. Well, the fresh capital is being sourced by the company to finance its short-term working capital requirement and general corporate purposes, according to the company. Now, so let's start from you, Mukhtar. Dangote Cement PLC had in 2021 announced the establishment of a new 150 billion commercial paper, if you remember that. But now we have this latest one, 50 billion. So what does this mean for the company?
What it means for the company is that the company is expanding and is looking for cheaper ways to expand. Rather than going to the bank to collect more money from the bank at a high interest rate, they are looking at commercial paper, especially when you know the inflationary pressure, the hike in MPR that we have now. So definitely, I think it's a good move. It's a smart move for them to begin to look at how they can get cheaper funds to drive their business. Because as a company, when there is crisis, you start looking for means to get cheaper funds, because if you are able to get cheaper funds, you are able to grow your business in the midst of crisis, because there's a lot of opportunity. So for me, I think it's a good move, especially that they are using a commercial paper. They are taking advantage of the capital market. So that's what we keep telling every business, that instead of running to the bank, no cash flow, low liquidity, take advantage of the capital market where you get different investors pulling that money together for you to expand your business. I think Dangote have led the way in that. So for me, I think it's a good move. It will make cost of funding cheap. And also, once they drive that their expansion drive, then they will be able to add to the bottom line of the company, and it will not eat deep into this company, because the good thing is that they got this fund at a better rate comparable to borrowing it from the bank.
So Ambrose, let's come to you. This perhaps is a big win for the shareholders, isn't it? If you look at what is attached to this, access to increased finance in the capital market.
Yeah, big win to the shareholders and also for the investing public. I will tell you that an environment where you have different window for investment, encourage people investing, because I tell you, for you to grow it, for you to grow it, you must have the vehicle to go in. And what happened in the market today, we saw a kind of this connection between the last MPR and the last monetary policy. What's it called? Treasury bill offer that was done last 2 weeks. That from as low high as from 7.8 down to 4.78 in terms of for 364 days. Now for the commercial paper, we are sure here people has confidence in Dangote already, and we are seeing that the yield or the rate from the Treasury bill and this kind of it's a different there, that it become more attractive. Even for 1 year, it's about around 12 point something percent for a year. While now we are seeing that Treasury bill, we are seeing around 4 point something. You can see that people like go for that commercial paper. That's why I said it's good to have vehicle where you can use the word to create wealth. Those that really want to take risk in the equity market, they can go into such a and also because of the reputation the Dangote Institute or Dangote industry or company has in the market and across Africa and the globe, that can easily have access to fund, and that is how to also to drive your business. That is why most small business are coming, need to also build their business to that level, so that when you throw your towel to the people will quickly run your lap. Because now if Dangote say you need even 200 billion, you get it from Nigeria because they have confidence. That's why, like Mukhtar said, we need to build our business to that level that people will trust us and will ask for anything. They can go to go to their cupboard anywhere and bring the money and give us, so that we are there and also able to respond at the time to pay them their return.
Okay, so Mukhtar, let me come to you. If you look at, I mean, how much the in terms of interest or premium that the company is offering, 6-month paper comes with about a discounted rate of 12.20%. The 9-month is about 12.699. So how attractive do you think this is for investors?
Well, for investors, like Ambrose said, you look at the different windows. What are they offering? Treasury bill, like he said, is doing about 6%. Bond, I think the highest bond is doing about 8 or 9% or 10. And then you have somewhere that's doing about 12 point something percent. Definitely, investors would like to go there than going to any other place. So for me, I think it's a good one. But again, Ambrose will always say, when you want to buy this, you need to look at comparable analysis.
Yes.
Maybe you look at a stock in the equity market. Right. You look at the treasury, and you look at the fixed income space, and also you look at the bond market. You look at the yields, and then you look at. There's a lot of things in terms of it for as an investor. It depends on your goal, what you are trying to achieve. Because if you are an investor of our own of the age between now before you get to 60, you want to take risks, and such risks are always in the equity market, and they gives you more value. Because now what investor will be looking is sometimes we're looking at the dividend yield in 90 days. What will be my dividend yield by capital appreciation? Remember that when it comes to commercial paper or bonds, these are fixed price that you don't have to watch them go up or come down. So definitely it depends on what type of investor you want to be. Okay. I think that is determined by who you are.
Let me also add that, Dangote Cement is Sub-Saharan Africa's leading cement producer with a combined capacity of 51.5 million metric tons, if you put it across its operations in 10 African countries. So, well, this is good news for the business, no doubt. But experts, according to some experts, this is not healthy for a competitive market, because it looks like they are dominating, that market alone. Yes, you have the BUA, but it looks like they are dominating the market. So how healthy is this for a competitive market?
Well, when you come about Dangote dominating the market, I think it has to do with their strategy. Okay. And why the lack of BUA and others are not marketing their companies very well. Because what you've seen that there's no any building, maybe any building community or any building village that you go that you will not see Dangote cement. But it's difficult sometimes for you to get WAMCO or BUA cement. So they need to begin to strengthen their market, their marketing arm, so that they can be able to compete in the country and globally. If you look at BUA cement and WAMCO, they are all thinking about being here in Nigeria. Rather, Dangote is thinking about going out of the shore of this country. So definitely, I think they need to begin to think out of the box also, to begin to see the investment as a long-term investment with a lot of short-term benefits.
Okay, so let me come to you. Let's wrap it up with you on this particular subject. So what are your thoughts?
No, for me, I think the industry is too wide and too big to accommodate even more company. I think there's no competition here, because if you have a path you follow, have an inch for yourself as a company, go all along and develop it and take advantage of that. For what Dangote is doing, it shows that they understand the business and they are playing in that direction. But I tell you, anywhere in Africa, even in the world, infrastructure is where what drive economy. For you to drive that infrastructure, you need cement and others to do that. Even down here in Nigeria, I tell you, the opportunity for even more companies, even China company, to come to this industry of cement, because we have infrastructure gap here in Nigeria, and we need to fill it. For that, what Dangote, BUA, and WAPCO is doing is not enough. That is why the price is high. But if we have more, the price to come down. But because the market is there for them, and for that, that's why the price is low. But if we have competition, for me, this is not competition. They just don't take advantage of the market, or to have more players in the market to bring it down. That's your nice competition.
Maybe the right word should be monopoly, because it looks like they have the largest share. I mean, in the cement industry, if you look at it.
If we call it monopoly, I will agree with it, because other companies have their inch. Like, for example, now you mentioned the WAPCO. WAPCO is more in Lagos and Southwest here. That is why their business, because we know where their factory is. But for BUA, Sokoto Cement, that is there. Everybody have kind of strategically positioned the company where they take. For me, we need more days. Those for more company to come in.